Are you just joining us on this channel? Don't forget to subscribe at the end of this video, or you can do that right now. My name is DORIN and I am happy to be your host again today. Thank you to everyone who have subscribed. I have crossed 100 subscriptions. Woo! And to others who are busy liking the videos, sharing to others, I say thank you for all your comments. Thanks as well. Today's topic is a very controversial one. A topic that at the end of it all, I'm like, oops, I hope I live here in peace. A lot of cultures have different views, experiences, or opinions about mother-in-law's treatment towards their daughter-in-laws. Some have experienced awful events already, some just assumptions, and some is just a myth. So today we're going to be exploring the different aspects and why we think it is the way it is, why we think this drama of mother-in-law is going on and on. Growing up in western part of Africa, Nigeria to be precise, I read a lot of books, I saw a lot of movies, and related physically with a lot of friends, family members, and community members. And the portrayal of mother-in-laws were usually in a very negative light. Like mother-in-laws were termed like witches, evil, sadist, not understanding, like everything possible in a negative light. And sometimes it even now begins to influence how we relate or plan to relate with our future mother-in-laws, and for those who are married, how to relate with mother-in-laws, because these assumptions or myths are generally known for us when we were growing up. I have even had someone walk up to me saying, "Doreen, I just wish when I grow up, get married, my future husband will not have a mom." I'm like, whoa, now that's extreme. So today, I know it's a controversial topic, but I have decided, based on experiences and research, to talk on this very good topic, which I know is going to have a very positive influence on families who wish to know more. We're just going to go through 4 different assumptions or myths about mother-in-laws treatment towards daughter-in-laws. Okay, the first, mother-in-laws are known to generally criticize their daughter-in-laws for lack of skills. Yes, lack of skills, like the daughter-in-law cannot do this, does not have the ability to do that, especially when they're from different generations or different community or different ethnic groups. There's this criticism that mother-in-law give to daughter-in-law saying, "You can't do this, you don't know how to do this, your wife cannot cook, her food is not good, her food has too much salt, her food has too much spice." Have you ever heard of that? I have. That's my number 1. 2, yes, mother-in-laws are generally known to come to son and daughter-in-laws for unsolicited advice. Like they just walk in, they say, "You do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that." And the daughter-in-law goes, "Why so many do's and don'ts from this woman? Leave me alone, let me explore my skills." So this unsolicited advice sometimes causes a lot of chaos in the family. Number 3 is that mother-in-laws generally assume and place their sons to always be right. Their son is always right and the daughter-in-laws are always wrong. Why? I don't know. So a lot of times when there's issues to be discussed, they go with their son's ideas. They hold on to their son's opinion, and that of the daughter-in-law is a no-no. Do you think the same? Let's go to the fourth. And the fourth assumption is mother-in-law always complain about daughter-in-laws, that they are not respectful and always disregard their opinions or do not even regard them at all. So a lot of times, because some of us have seen, heard or read about these things, we all kind of have a defense mechanism not to allow it to happen to us, right? Which could be seen as being negative as well for the daughter-in-law. This general assumption or myth has actually been passed from one generation to another and now begin to have influence on how daughter-in-laws perceive the mother-in-laws to behave towards them, even when those traits haven't started already. So that is why it is important for us to know that these are just assumptions, and it really has been internalized by some of us out there who have grown up in societies where we've seen a lot of negativities from mother-in-law. So even those who have positive traits, it's kind of overrated because that's what generally is assumed of the mother-in-law until proven otherwise. If these assumptions or myths are realities for some families, what do we think make mother-in-law get involved in this drama? You think they don't like to be good people, or they do not think they are good people? For some who have been accused of being wicked. Anyways, I think there are a lot of things we need to understand from the perspective of motherhood or mother-in-law. All same, but one is between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. One has a son to deal with a wife, right? Motherhood comes with a lot of responsibilities and a lot of sacrifices. And when one refuses or biologically cannot become a mother, there is stigma. So for those who become mothers, there's this feeling of entitlement, privileges, that when they have children, be it daughters, be it sons, they love to see them grow. They love to see them progress. And not even marriage can stop that. So I see we're beginning to have an parents in general or mother-in-law in the context of this video are known to have more experiences. So most times mother-in-laws are caught giving unsolicited advice. Why? They just want to help because they feel they have been through that before. That's another thing for me. Let's not forget that some parents are very overprotective of their children, like especially the mother-in-laws that are still holding on to traditional roles of taking care of chores, taking care of household events, activities, appointments. They were the ones doing it for their sons before their sons got married. Now that the son is married, a lot of women or mother-in-laws will not want to let go because they have been doing this over years, and letting go is like the attachment. They have been so much attached to their sons that not even marriage will want to break that tie, at least not immediately. Like in my country of origin, men, women, children in general do not necessarily leave home at age 18 like it is here in this part of the world. Voluntarily or involuntarily, majority of children live with their parents except they go off to the university, they still come back home, right? But they live with their parents until they get married. Or maybe due to jobs or other relocation reasons, they may relocate. But majority live with the parents until they get married. So most times the moms are so attached to their sons that even when they get married and eventually move out, that transition process is usually not easy for most mother-in-laws to go through. So that's why you see them coming in unannounced, trying to still be doing those things they used to do, even if they know they have to cut it down because now they're kids or now there's a wife, but they still just want to do those things because that's what they grew up knowing to do for their children. Finally, it is also important for us to know that there could be dependency rate, like some mother-in-laws are actually older adults already, So sometimes they may be dependent on their children for sustenance, like financially or health related reasons. And before the marriage, they may have had a structure, a plan going on for financial support or emotional support or something for the mother-in-law. And now that the wife is there or children start coming in, that whole structure is disrupted. So that itself can actually have an influence on some of the behaviors that we tend to read or watch or hear about. So for myself, I've had my own share. I had my mom come visit us here in Canada for 6 months. My mom left, my mother-in-law was coming, and I was so afraid, I was so fearful. I thought everything was going to go down the drain because all the assumptions have made that we've all explored today. We have 5 beautiful recommendations, which I think worked very well for me. And like after the success, I kind of had a reflection. What did I do well? What did I not do well? So now I'm going to share what I did well that made the relationship so smooth and beautiful. 1, be free. Do not live on those assumptions, right? Because yes, there could be terrible mother-in-laws out there, but I bet you everyone is different, and it is not all the population that is represented in these movies, these books, or by your neighbors. Yes. Be free. Do not sideline your mother-in-law because you feel, or because we feel we have seen it all. No, we are still learning. You have to take everyone for who they are. So that way you can begin to build your relationship your own way. Number 1, be free. Number 2, set boundaries. Yes, by boundaries I do not mean build a wall. No. Set boundaries through clear communication and respect. Yes. When you're talking to mother-in-law, when we are talking to our mother-in-law, we just have to be clear. We just have to be precise and direct, like open with the communication. Oh, mama, on Saturday, I do this every Saturday at this time. So in the future, when mama has one event for everyone to attend and you cannot attend it, mama already remembers that there's an event that takes place every Saturday. It's either mama will come back to negotiate with you, or mama will just simply tell other family members that there is this event that takes place, because I am fully aware and I understand what's the importance of the event. Thirdly, it is very important to acknowledge mother-in-law's advice, whether they are solicited or not solicited. Ask for or not. Mother-in-law comes, gives you one advice, just say, okay, mama, I'm going to see to it. Not, oh, I did it before. I did it for over 3 years. It never worked for this child. It never worked for us. It never worked in this living room. No, there's no room or need for argument. Just acknowledge, because that acknowledgement means 2 things. 1, you're respectful. 2, you're going to carry out most of her ideology. Even when she's not near her son, she now feels safe knowing that the daughter has her back. Her daughter-in-law has her back. So if she brings unsolicited advice to the family, instead of saying, no, we don't do this, or we did it before, it never worked. Whether you're not going to do it or not, simple, acknowledge it. Thank her, because that way she's going to be rest assured that everyone is going to be fine when she's not there. And that way she's not really coming all over again, thinking that things won't be fine when she's not there, because this is what she was used to. And now the son is no longer with her. She needs that assurance that the son and his new family. So now that the son is not going to be with her, now married, mother-in-laws need that assurance that their sons and their new daughter-in-laws and children are going to be fine. Idea number 4, or recommendation number 4, is respect for opinions. Whether it's mother-in-law or everyone out there, it is good for everyone to respect people's opinion, whether it sounds positive or negative. We just have to respect those opinions, because as far as those opinions are not harmful, we cannot just let the mother-in-laws feel this is from generations past, it doesn't exist anymore. We just have to acknowledge these opinions, respect, and be humble enough to even follow through if it's going to be useful, instead of just making them feel that their level of experience, their generations past were all not useful. So that way there's no conflict. And finally, it's always very good to build compliments among the things we say to our mother-in-laws, because of their level of wisdom and the level of experience. It is always ideal for us to say thank you at the end of any advice, whether solicited or not, because they are the most important people that we have, that has cared and nurtured for us as either one parent or two parents, of mother or father. Parents are very important, and for mothers who become mother-in-laws, it is very important for us to respect them, because for some of us who have sons, we're going to be mother-in-laws to people, but we hope that we'll be the best mother-in-laws we can be, and we accept every mother-in-law we find just as human, but not like all what we have read or what we have seen in movies or what people have told us about them. You just deal with people as individuals, explore them, and you may have the best out of them. How do you see all the opinions shared today? And what do you know so far? What recommendations do you have? Let's hear your opinion. It's going to be a very wonderful conversation. Have you gotten anything useful from the video today? Do you have anything to add? It's open for us all to share. And there is love in sharing. Please share this video as much as you can. Drop your comments below, and do not forget to subscribe. I remain your host, Dorin. See you next time. Everyone who is a very beautiful mother to someone or a mother figure, I say Happy Mother's Day.